You probably get bitten by mosquitoes a few times a year. And there's a good chance you've been stung by a hornet at least once in your lifetime. But one monster you don't wish to get bitten by is this thing. This is a tick. And only one tick bite can affect you for the rest of your life. So what would it be such as to get bitten by 1 million of these? Ticks can't jump or fly. Rather, they wait for patiently tall parts of the grass for something to come by that they can begin to bite. They then latch onto their own host, and find a thin piece of skin they could extract blood from. So what could be bitten by does just a single tick feel like? Well, one of the scariest parts of being bitten by a single tick, is that you would not believe it at all, at least not as it happens. These items are so modest that they can remain on your own body for days without being detected. If this were to occur, you still might not feel all of the ticks piercing to skin. Rather, you'd feel hundreds of those creatures crawling about your entire body. Despite a few hundred ticks on you, it might be hours before you started to feel the consequences. That is because ticks usually take hours to discover their feeding spot in your body. Once they select a place, they will begin to suck your blood. They'd feed on you to get a couple of hours. You would start to feel lightheaded, and maybe even nauseous in the blood you have lost. And tick spit has anticoagulants, which will thin your blood, which makes you bleed much more. If you had 5,000 ticks drinking your blood, the blood loss could kill you. That is because an ordinary tick will suck up into 1 teaspoon of your bloodstream. And you're up to 5,500 milliliters, 1.2 gallons, of blood on your system. But they would need to feed on you for hours to do that. The good thing about a tick bite is that it doesn't happen instantly. Instead, these snacks are a long procedure and may take up to 48 hours before the tick is finished drinking your blood vessels. If a million ticks attacked you, that would feel pretty dreadful. When they fed you for long enough, you would surely perish. Not to mention that all that excess weight on the body would probably suffocate you. But if you'd happen to find medical care quickly enough, and got all of the ticks from you, then there's a fantastic chance you would be okay. After you reach the hospital, heaps of physicians and nurses would need to carefully locate and eliminate every single tick from your entire body. That's because following the ticks latch on, they begin to burrow into your skin. They are not something that you can certainly brush off. Rather, it needs a precise extraction to get them out of you. It would take a while, maybe even days, to acquire every single tick of your body. Throughout this procedure, you would continue to eliminate blood. Fortunately, if you remove them quickly enough, you would end up surviving. But if you leave just a single tick on your body, the consequences could be devastating. One factor drinking your blood is the least of your worries. Ticks can provide you plenty of other health complications, such as Lyme disease. You could end up bedridden from only a single tick bite. And this has the potential to last for years if not handled correctly. So if you didn't manage to find every single tick you off, there's a good chance you would end up with Lyme disease. And even after treatment, you could still experience symptoms such as difficulty thinking and continued fatigue. So only one tick bite could change your entire life. Now, if you ever end up walking in some tall, grassy fields, remember to check everywhere on the human body for any ticks afterward. And we mean everywhere. Ticks can hide in your hair, your own armpits, as well as your groin. Being bitten by ticks sure does suck. Well, we'll leave that story for another Get Value channel. We hope you are learning something new every day from our videos. If you want us to cover a specific topic, let us know in the comments section below. We are doing our bit to spread awareness about the common health conditions and exciting topics. Do your part by sharing this video with your friends and social circle. Thank you. Get value by subscribing our Get Value channel. Thank you.